It's been a couple of days since I've last played, and I just unlocked a Mr. Blue Baby. Have all of our challenges done. Our stats look pretty good. 5 to 11 is a decent ratio. Still got a lot of secrets. Counterfeit coin spelled wrong, obviously. You know, there's an E right there. We've unlocked Blue Baby and a poop. Just a few more endings left to investigate. We've gotten... Now we're just going to start doing Satan runs. So I've done Isaac. We'll do Maggy. Okay, let's start off here. Remember, Maggy's the tank character. I'll immediately get rid of Yumheart for the Game Kid. This makes you invulnerable for a little bit. Can be pretty useful for some things. This is a nice chest right here. Amazing chest ahead. Zazzle. I'm so sorry. These traits can be pretty annoying here, but we can manage them just fine. Maggy is very tediously slow. The tower could be useful in this boss where I don't really care how much damage I take. Let's go ahead and pop that. I believe you also regain health from using this. So yeah, the Game Kid just grants invulnerability and damage. It's a lot like My Little Unicorn, honestly, except you gain health from it and lasts a little bit less. I have no mind for what I get here, so we'll go ahead and use that. And I eat them, so we don't care about that. Tears Up, Balls of Steel, my favorite pill, as we all know. And Tears Up. Okay, great. That was pretty good guess. I'm actually happier to not have speed up in the pill pool. Even though in Rebirth you can make it so Maggy can start off with you can make it so Maggy starts off with a pill if you complete a certain challenge, which when I play Rebirth, inevitably we will do that. We will play that before we ever actually really play as Maggy herself. It doesn't really matter now. Unfortunately, it had to come from Balls of Steel, but you can save these. Spare yourself a little bit of heartache. Take the right spider first. He's closer. I do have bombs. Don't want to use that key. I'm fine with using a bomb here. Where else do we really expect it to be? Here? No, it's not worth looking at. We'll look for it with the tower if we can. Yeah, there we go. And just a fortune machine. This is not playing as Cain here. I'll take 3 stabs at it. I don't mind. Just for the chance of a trinket, you know. Red patch. If you take damage, it increases. You have a 25% chance to increase your damage for that room. You don't want to take damage. Maggy's good at taking damage, but I don't ever want to take damage at all if I can possibly help it. So, let's sally forth here. I don't remember how long it takes the Game Kid to charge. I want to say it's a 6-room charge. But we got 2 things out of the fortune teller, which is, honestly, I expected 3 fortunes. So I'm quite pleased with that. Pleased as punch. We'll take this immediately on the chance it gives Small Rock. It does not. You know, Small Rock would indeed lower our speed more, and you'd be right there to wonder. I did take damage there, unfortunately. I just weaved a little bit the wrong way. Not super worried about that there. Take the boss on right away. It's just Larry. Good old Lair. Now, I could have saved up there and used my my Game Kid here and won the fight immediately, but it's honestly Larry. I figured it's the basement. I might fight Larry or Pin or some other very, very inconsequential boss. I wouldn't fight Duke of the Flies again, so I wasn't all too worried about that. Just made it sure so I could blow up that one piece of poop so it no longer barred me from entry. We'll just focus down on this layer. Since I only took red heart damage, or no red heart damage, it's likely that I get a devil room here. I'd say I got more than a 75% chance. I don't know exactly how this game likes to calculate it. I would love to get more shots on the middle segment of Larry, which would just end the fight as soon as possible. Like so. We'll take the meat. Come in here. Maybe we get Krampus. Monster Manual we don't want, and I believe I've already picked up two. Brother Bobby is not worth it. Let's see if we can get an angel room then. Maybe I'll get Sacred Heart. And I just want to clarify, Sacred Heart is immensely rare, and I do not expect to get it. I'm hoping that I have a fair shake to get it. We still haven't gotten Brimstone yet. We also haven't gotten Mom's Knife. We're still missing several premium run winners. I was thinking he was going to take a nice 3 hits, and I was right. Even in the basement, this room can be a little bit annoying. Pretty much only if you start as Maggy, honestly. Because Maggy's speed is so low. Another key is very nice to see. We'll deal with this maw first. Wait, that's not a maw. I don't know what you're called. I'm gonna call you Raggedy Andy because I'm a stupid person. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? I'll have to look that name up. Okay, a bomb. Fantastic. And we get Boom, which we've already picked up, but that'll give us 5 bombs still. And picking it up will take it out of the pool. Oh man, you hate active items so much in this game, and this is why. It's just so many of them are utter crap. Sometimes literally. But we'll keep going. I'm gonna leave that fire up as long as I can muster. So no top secret room there, we can infer. We'll kill that pooter right off the bat. Double bomb, very excellent. Let's go ahead and absolutely I'll take growth hormones. Damage and speed, the 2 things I need. Are you kidding me? Yes. Now I would love Sacred Heart. This dummy boy. Now, like, the speed is fantastic. And this is now an eminently winnable run, in my opinion. I can see how someone might not like the clots, but the clots really don't bother me. Just stay on the right vectors. Remember, they shoot in a plus sign and always kind of stay away. I'm sure they take more effort for lower level floors, but you also see them well up all the way to the last floors of the game. Well, we've got a lot of bombs, so we'll take a peek at both of these possible options for the secret room. Probably going to take you out first. Possible chance I want to go visit the shop. You want to have at least 7 keys is necessary. You'll notice these guys are now taking 2 shots. That's critical to know. He'll probably take 4. Looked like 4, possibly 3 there. Small rock. 2 soul hearts is still great, so. And I still didn't use my game kit yet. I haven't felt really the need to since I had the damage boost. We'll try that one. Eternal Heart would be nice, and definitely we'll take the safety cap since we have at least 2 pretty decent pills in the pool, possibly more. Satan's still trying to tempt me here. And the only one I'd consider is Brother Bobby, and that's not worth a heart. And it never will be, really. I've taken it before, but it's always a bad idea. Sometimes you just need the additional DPS, or moreover, additional knockback. We'll see if we can do this floor no hit, but it is the catacombs. Would have been a really nice secret room. Some flight would be nice to get on this floor, and we have no chance to see the... We do have a chance to see the devil room, but I want to get... Oh, see? That's 2 bad ones in a row. At least Boom gives you 5 bombs. Lemon Mishap does nothing, except take Lemon Mishap out of the pool. Lemon Mishap is one of the objectively worst items in the game. And we're sore having seen it. We're So this is where we will use the game kit here. Super Envy splits into 3s every time you cause him to part. So we have to be ever more careful. I know I damaged that one up there, but I'm just taking it. At least Super Envy, unlike Fistula, it has the kindness to go slow. You know, at least he gingerly, like, ebbs along. And yes, I know what you're thinking. I gotta be willing to go slow here. You know, I didn't get much out of it, but, well, I guess I did. It's potentially not taking damage in a room, which I'm not altogether sold on for this run. For this Maggy run to particularly be the one where I take no damage in the caves, but you never know. Should always treat them especially carefully. Even if you have overpowered items. If I was Guppy right now, I would probably still miss it. Just because I'm overwhelmingly negative. Not negative, but deficient. I'm definitely negative, though. Possibly we're taking a peek in the shop if I get another key. But it'd probably be just as well not to. If I need 2 more keys to really justify took damage there. I kind of panicked a little bit in this room because these guys can blow up the TNT and they're unpredictable. It's fine. We're not super concerned with making this the run. Remember, kill these guys while they're separate. And then you can separate this chain accordingly. Pill, let's see. Plain nice. Bombs or keys. Okay, I'm happy with that. 4 keys means I'll definitely check out the shop. You know, honestly, a dark part of my core is actually hoping that it's greed in there. It's not, but... The portable slot machine could possibly make the depths very possible to cheat our way into Dark Boy. Or Mama's Boy. I wish you could still push these, like you can with certain ones in Rebirth. See, at that angle, that should not have hit. It's not the game that hates you. It's spiders just suck that much. They're so stupid. Like, he shouldn't have been able to come anywhere near me to hit me in that situation. They're just... I despise them. And we get the very worst boss. I regret not setting up myself for... I regret not setting up for Game Kid. With just 1 more floor, I would have been able to do that. Well, not 1 more floor. 1 more room cleared. And I did think about it, believe it or not. It's just... I didn't think, oh, I'm definitely going to get Gertie Jr., one of my least favorite bosses in the game. Because Gertie is completely unpredictable, and he doesn't bounce in a conventional way. I don't know if you count this Gertie as a she. I know you count Mama Gertie as a she, obviously. But the bounce is so strange. Although this is going really well. Just Pageant Boy. 7 coins. Terrible. Getting a lot of the worst items in the game. Remember, these guys shoot randomly. They're blind. And there are more blind enemies than you may realize in this game. There actually, admittedly, might even be more than I realize, to be fair. Now, Pretty Fly is excellent as far as pills are concerned. Obviously, it gives me a nice orbital. Now, I should really get better at explaining each item I pick up. Let's go through and name all of the items I picked up. Let's see. Boom, which gives you 5 bombs, and will also allow you to remotely detonate your bombs by hitting the space bar, otherwise they'll stay unexploded. Lemon Mishap leaves a pool of creep. Obviously, you've seen Game Kid and me obtain invulnerability from it, which I believe that I reasonably explained. What else have we got? Pageant Boy, just 7 coins. Generally 7 pennies. Rotten Meat, plus 1 HP. Brother Bobby is a familiar who just fires very, very, very weak tiers. Monster Manual is an active item, and a very bad one at that. Never worth 1 heart. I did take it 1 run just to get it unlocked. But for that room, and I think it has a 3 or 4 charge, and it just gives you a familiar for that room. A random one at that. So, painful. We're going to keep that 1 bomb there, so we're not going to try to find the secret room. I do have half of mine, too. Do we like the Game Kid? I guess the Game Kid's better than Portable Slot. We'll use Portable Slot in a run that you're pretty much guaranteed to get the, the achievement. If it's anywhere, it's a good chance it's here. Fuck it. Just absolutely screw it. Yeah. And we get Unicorn Horn, which I think lasts a little bit longer. And we'll take it out of the pool, too, at the very least. A Unicorn Horn is just like Game Kid. It's just invulnerability longer. You can't shoot tiers while you do it, but you do create a large amount of contact damage. Game Kid, I believe, gives you health like Pac-Man would. Gaining power from the ghost when he can eat them. Any items I missed? Portable Slot. It will allows you to use the effects of a slot machine portably. You can still get pretty flies. Pity flies. That's probably accurate, but you can't get the dollar. Curse of Darkness. We've got our favorite boy here, Larry. He's just about as strong as we were when we first fought him. Oh, also, growth hormones give you plus speed and damage. If that wasn't obvious from when it said plus speed and damage up. That's another one we picked up. The Unicorn Horn also has a 6-ring charge. Just feels a little bit redundant with Game Kid, since Game Kid effectively confers similar, if not flatly the same benefits. Another pretty fly that's excellent. These guys, remember, are not blind. I want to stay far away from their radar. Actually, we can try to convince him to bomb the walls if we want real quick. I guess I can fire away at this guy while I wait. We'll call that a nil. These guys, remember, very blind. I did not really have a place to go there, as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully we get an angel room on this floor. I think it's viable to see that. Go for the pooter first in the center. I want to control the center. I want to maximize my area of escape. And I don't know if these are also called pooters. I mean, we should be able to draw a line of distinction between them. But I'm gonna... They're pooters, right? Yep, took a hit. Wasn't careful enough. Maggy's also considerably decent speed. Again, I could be making a map, as I have done before. But I don't find it terribly valuable. Greed. Okay, so that means I'll have 2 great chest or opportunities for shops on both of the depths floors. I'd like to encounter greed early, since I don't need the additional power here, even though it is the catacombs, and I hate the catacombs, especially the catacombs bosses. Because I don't want to see bloat. Actually, I guess I can't see bloat. I think bloat's depths only. Never mind. Bloat's still awful. Just want to obliterate him. These hoppers are very genial. They're not really out to get you. So, I found pills, yeah. Let me go up. These bee-lickers are just function like Larry Jr. Juniors. You know, where's Larry Sr.? It feels like a rebirth thing that should be approached. And yet I've never noticed it to be. All stand together now until they start scattering. Luckily, I've got this little rift here to deal with that. Bomb that can be used to grab... I don't know how I let myself get hit there, but I did because I can be stupid. The hollow. Guess what we use? Guess what's really effective against the hollow? Now they can bounce off of each other, so it does take predictability a little bit out. But other than that, I just recommend you kind of skate the top here, especially if you have flight. Some rooms for these guys can be a little bit more noisome, but this one's quite alright. This should be the end of that one. And you're almost done. Angel room, please. Thank you. More speed. Kind of unnecessary, but we'll take it. The miner. More soul hearts. You see, I believe, 50% more soul hearts, in fact. Which, even if you don't know a lot about this game, soul hearts and blue hearts, the ones that go on top of my regular HP, they're amazing. And among the best things you can have in this game. So you can see how the miter is a good item. Another, I found pills. Now you see he's kind of deviating from the script there down there. And so am I by not attacking the one solidly. But I'd rather take the safe play, especially since they do so much damage per hit. That's full heart of damage instead of the normal half heart for this floor. Explosions just really don't like you. The double pretty fly is really nice. And we also have the arcade, which is excellent. Nice shot. Alright, Loki's horns. We haven't picked up Loki's horns yet, but that'll give me a chance to randomly fire a plus directional shot. Like so. I don't remember if it's based off of your luck stat. We're definitely going to spend a coin to get in here. The corn poopy, remember, has a higher chance to contain droppables. Let's begin. I'd like to get Scatole, another pretty fly in the dollar, and Blood Bag. I'd like to get them all. Okay, I want to keep that away from him, which it did. Just playing somewhat efficiently. There's Blood Bag. So already we're in good space. There's a chance for Scatole. Let's take this side. And we get it. Okay. I'll pay for Pretty Fly. You know what? I'll go down to 10 coins, actually. It's... Pretty Fly's not worth 15. Soul Heart's worth it, though. Yeah, I want to enter the shop on the next floor. If I didn't have bombs, I would play it till it blew up or I lost everything. What's my bet for the secret room right here? No. I don't think it's going to take, but that is a fair bet for the top secret room now. Let's head down to the depths, and luckily we get the regular old depths. I'm going to try to take no damage here. It's not super likely. Especially with that right there. That was kind of annoying, and again, this is where you kind of need flight. And the game really hates you if you don't have flight. Like, unfairly so. I just took 1.5 hearts of damage here. Now, that one I just took was my fault. I took 2 full hearts of damage here. And look at that. I'm unjustly rewarded for it. Luck down, which I don't really terribly care about. We have Scatole, so these guys should not even cause contact damage to me. And it's nice to be able to see the map again. We'll definitely take the battery. Not terribly interested in the key, but I guess I grabbed it anyway. Whoops. The Globins. We want to take care of them first. Now these guys are moving more slowly for us because of Scatole, by the way. Oh yeah, quick I'm sorry, I'm so out of it. I'm so tired from working 12 hours every day. No Johns. But Blood Bag increases our max HP by 1. It restores up to 4 HP. And increases our speed a little bit as well. Now, Scatole means no flies want to cause you any harm. And only a few will. There's Pretty Fly. Excellent. I have a full suite of orbitals now. And what that means is the most you can ever have surrounding you at a time is 3. In that rotating pattern. But it's really, really great. And they can block shots for you. They can also damage only fly enemies. We don't need it, but now we have another stack on there for some reason. And that will persist, so basically it exists under. Not worth dealing with that. Best friend, another active item. Really terrible one. Oh, whoops. Yeah, I wanted that to be here, and then it came out late to see if that was the secret room. Whatever. I'm not too broken up about it. I'm actually going to deal with these first if I can, for the most part. Or at least keep them down. I cannot lower these things, though. This is not the way I would recommend to deal with this room, but this is how I'm decided is the most safe in my very addled mind. It did end up working out for me, though. That's the 5th pretty fly. These are the babies. You can, for the most part, just kind of circle strafe. I got hit by his shot, but I would have been hit by him from the way I was strafing. In a box perimeter style. You should swing from left to right. I just took another hit there. Really gruesome for me. You know, hoppers I'm happy to deal with. I'm not happy to deal with the next set of knights. Should have thought about this a little bit more. I'm certainly faster than them. I have 3 total speed boosts, although not all speed boosts are created equal, of course. I've got the wooden ladle, just a flat speed upgrade. I've got blood bag, which is a small but noticeably powerful upgrade to speed, enough to make Maggy tolerable. And I also got growth hormones, which is speed and damage. And if my luck's involved with this at all, and this ridiculous RNG death trap of a game, I'm probably gonna get another speed up. Since I've already taken a hit, because as soon as I entered that room, I got nailed by that stupid, terrible room. And honestly, it's my fault, you know. But the Maws kind of roughed me up, so to speak. I want the battery, so I'm gonna try to find another few coins. This should be just enough. That's fantastic. Just a plain old sacrifice room. Let's take a peek. Could be wrong. I am. I always call these guys brains, but I believe they're called guts, actually. They just leave that trail of goop and creep. Bombs are keys, so we can switch back, but we'll do that sometime after. Now, I know there's another shop on the floor that I'm guaranteed to get. Sometimes it's worth it to play these. Whoops. Okay, that was not intentional. I want to get the battery because I don't even know if I've gotten the battery yet. I accidentally picked up that key, but as you can see, you know, 4 keys isn't so bad. Just allow me to recharge a little bit more efficiently with my current item. I believe if the longer you're in a room, the faster it will charge over time. And we get whoops, I walked down into that. I knew he was going to take a low path and a high path and a middle path, and I thought he was going to take the high path first. This battery's starting to activate. So I just need to stay in this room a little bit longer and I'll get a battery. This is going to be gone by the time he gets back. I think I take a hit. War is far and away the most difficult. I mean, death can kill you, but war is just... he just doesn't give you a lot of time. I don't have any quite specialty tiers yet either. Now he's in a much more manageable state. And I get stuck on the stone. Oopsie. A non-zero chance to get another Angel Room here, but it's more likely I get one on the next floor, provided I don't take any actual damage. That is red hard. I can still also get offered a Devil Room too, mind you. Now that overwrites one of my pretty flies, of which there were 5. You just can't see them all. We get Necro. For those keeping track, that's bad. This is also bad, the way I'm taking the shot up high. That was a questionable lane. That one is too. That Eternal Fly there, the white fly hovering around him, immediately turned into a black fly. We don't have to worry about doing this no-hit because we've already taken a hit on the floor below. Just up. Not really a good opportunity to get Guppy here, so... Definitely not going after Mom yet. I'm just happy to be able to see. Slick dodge. Not really so much of a dodge as I lucked out there. See why? Why? I make 1,000,000 tears a second, and the spider still friggin' hits me. You know, I tell you guys all the time, and by you guys I mean the I don't know, 0.25 people who watch me. Which is fine. I'm not salty about it. I'm not really marketing my stream to anyone in particular. Knew I was going to take that hit there. The battery is helping me bolster that a lot, so I can afford it. Again, you can't really tell where they're going half the time. No cover in a room with the hearts. That's actual ass. Trying to wear this one down. The one in the top left is the one that I've hit already, I believe. Even with my additional speed, it's just so hard to read the masks from any direction. While also paying attention to the hearts plus shot. What? Die! Oh my goodness, they take... What an outrageous amount of health. See what my treasure room is, okay? This is probably not a worthwhile place to... Oh, 10 bombs is probably worth it. And I get Vizes instead. Well, that's a double Viz. You can tell it's a double Viz when it's bloody like that. Leapers. I don't know how acquainted you are with how much I hate Leapers, but they're one of the worst enemies in the game. And there were, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of worst enemies in this game. Usually it's just, oh, you know, it's not that bad. Now I'm just running so quickly. I haven't even, like, taken mental inventory of how many shots my orbitals have blocked, but it's definitely a lot. 3 gazing. I don't know if it's always 3 gazing, or 4 gazing, sorry. But if it is, that's a really brutal end to a Necro floor challenge room. Lucked out, absolutely, I would love it. Thank you. Thank you for that privilege. Gluttony. Gluttony we'd like to see. I've got a lot of tears, so I want to stay tight on him. And by a lot of tears, I mean I have a very high DPS. Try to get Meat Cube involved, too. Double Soul Heart is phenomenal. That's the Miter at work there. Honestly, the Miter's been getting me a lot of Soul Hearts. The head of the Headless Horseman here. He just has the shotgun attack a la Famine. And he also has a dash attack a la Famine. He's kind of a lot like Famine, except he's worse because he usually has these spikes in there. And of course they persist. This is a hit, yeah. This is a brutal room. They do 1 damage per hit, by the way. So I just took 3 hearts. Yeah, this is a ridiculous. This game is so... like, honestly, fuck them. They said, oh, you know what, we're just going to give you... because people were doing pretty well, sure. So they decided to say fuck you and give you some absolutely outrageous rooms. I don't need 11 keys is the problem. That sucks, but whatever. What am I going to do? I'm so salty about that room. That's such ass. Now, swarms don't hate on me. Swarms are... Or swarms do hate me. They will still produce flies no matter what. The flies that they produce, however, do not hate me. And I actually believe once you have Scatole, they do not produce damage on you. The bomb flies will, of course. But they're slowed down to kind of like compensate it. How hard is it? How hard is it to get to the treasure room? Now, those Eternal Flies, I believe, actually still will cause damage to me, well, as long as they circle them. I don't know what hit me there. No idea. If it was a stray shot, I don't think there was any others, but, you know, I'll witness where my eyes were watching them. But now I'm just like, you know, I had so many hearts before. I went over 12, and I just lost so many. Okay, Lard is actually decent. So Lard gives you 2 heart containers and slows your speed down. It doesn't fill them, it only gives you a full half. But I'm still pretty admirably quick. Figured it would be coins. That was my gaff, that was stupid. That's the guy's name. Yeah, I know. I am a little bit slower now, of course, too. Now I have 11 keys, which I wanted to get because I wanted to go get that gold chest, despite the fact that it might not have anything outrageously good for me. And it will cost 2 keys to get into it. The latter, of course, would have subverted that entirely. But the soul heart makes it all the worthwhile, you know? And we have Horn of the Unicorn. Yeah, I knew I was going to take it there. It's just, I'm so resigned to those rooms. A lot of the rooms in this game are just actual bullshit. Necro, Catacombs, and Cellar. To the least extent, Utero, are all stupid and unfair. The game thinks you're going to get way too many more broken runs than you actually would ever get. Okay, screw it. I don't need it. Red Mom. Red Mom is just mostly boots and occasionally shoots like that. Red Mom's pretty tough. You know, my orbitals are not doing a lot of work there. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm stupid, but my orbitals are just not avoiding Mom. Since it's charging while I'm out here anyway, I didn't know Red Mom could produce enemies. I thought Red Mom was all attack. See, not even a sense to dodge that. Just should rely on my orbitals because I'm taking so much bloody damage. It's ridiculous. Jesus, Mom, I hate you. I don't know if there's a way to get her locked into just stomps. But God, if there is, I want to do it. Well, see, I'm so distracted by Mom's eye coming out. Something sticky me. I'm like, gish. And I get nothing. No. Unfortunately, we missed the Angel Room chance there, and possible Devil chance as well. Maybe we'll get it for this next floor. I'm just considering if there's anything else I want. Suppose not. I mean, at least it's the room, and at least it's just a room with 3 Larrys, which is pretty manageable. This is not an incredibly powered run. You know, I've got, what, 3 options for... I think it may have been 3. Just so many options for utterly terrible active items. Well, one was decent. The game kit is good. And that was the first one I got, pardon me. But still, I mean, come on. How much can a game hate you? I'm just kidding. I know this game has no love for you. But it's not like Rogue Legacy where I always, you know, parroted to it an extent. The game doesn't want you to win. The game is fine if you win. Now, these guys are gravitating to me, I think, a little bit harder because of Scatol. But I believe their shots hurt all the same. I'm going to continue to treat them as such. Even at the expense, even if I'm wrong, of other damage. This fistula is annoying. I don't know if I've taken any damage on this floor yet, but it's very unlikely that I get this. However, with Flight and a couple decent items, you can do this more easily than you can do the depths. In my humble opinion. Yeah, I got Loki's horns, for example, in a chest. Like, it's okay. Just not a great run. There's death. Gonna definitely take a hit here. So I'm gonna... Death's just gonna straight up prevent me from getting a devil deal. As cool as my numerous tears are. Ah, fuck you. I hate that stupid pony. That sucks. He's easy to manage if you can deal with the knights well. If you can't deal with his knights well, he just fucking sucks. I don't even care about the damage I'm taking. He just... Fuck you, Death. And, of course, a miss. He's helpful. That little meat boy there. The tears are helpful too, you know. Don't get it twisted. I appreciate that. The meat boy, and I'm a big fan of the meat boy. I wish I had gotten him earlier instead of pageant boy. Anything's better than pageant boy most of the time. The battery is very good. You're seeing I'm getting a lot more usage out of the unicorn horn than I normally could. I'm also being a lot more cavalier with it. Soul Heart's a nice sentiment, but a little bit too late. But I don't think it's a lot of tears I have already. I have no such thing as luck up here, so... Well, I don't need keys. I need bombs and coins. And yes, I'm fully aware that there's a blood donation machine there. Guess what? I don't want to take much damage. Might come back. Unlikely. But if I get some bombs and whatnot, I can certainly consider it. Just letting him do his thing over there. Then we'll break him down. As you can see, we obviously hit a dead end. But maybe we'll get some bombs out of it. Nope, nothing. Luck down might affect that, however minutely. I've got a ton of keys. Worth a soul heart. I'll trade a key for a soul heart most of the time, even not in this otherwise annoying situation. Just kind of waiting to isolate them like so. Oh, the sounds they make, the slorches. I thought about using Unicorn Horn very briefly here. Unfortunately, just... I don't know, I've had it a few times already, in this 100% achievement run, and I remembered it being better. I mean, it's still pretty good regardless, but I remembered it being even more powerful. Lasting a little bit long. I don't know how that hit. That went through the rock and then hit me. That went through the rock and through all my orbitals. Ah, well. I deserve it. Punish me. Sure, whatever. This is what I get for playing as Maggy. I really hate using Maggy. Just trying to save my perimeters, because that's where I flee to against the leeches. So dealing with the bomb leech will be a little bit less of a heartache. It was worth it. Oh, come on. You couldn't have given me keys. I mean, that's all fine and dandy. I could still get coins from the blood donation machine, but I need way more hearts sticking out. I haven't gotten many of those sacrifice rooms at all, or curse rooms. Real nice game. No chance at guppy shit. For some reason, they just didn't show up this whole run. But I did get, you know, double necro. Piece of fucking shit. Chubb I will subject to the unicorn horn. There's no treasure room, so I think this will just teleport me to a random room. Stars teleport you to the treasure room, by the way. I'll go down to 5, and that's honestly, you know, stupid. 5 hits. Maybe I won't regret it. If I get a bomb or something, not keys. Okay, that was a bad idea. I was wrong, and I'll accept my punishment. This room again. Those guys shooting through the wall. Not at all BS. I know I can do it too. It's just... I don't know. I guess I'm just looking for a reason to complain here. Loki's horns did get a nice, rare KO there. But more often than not, Loki's horns, it's just kind of crap unless you have, like, teeth or Sacred Heart. If you have Sacred Heart, it goes from kind of crappy to astonishingly good. Among the best items in the game, even. Blast Assist. And they're supposed to fire in plus signs. I didn't remember them shooting in X's. I don't remember that at all. So yeah, I just took some more hits there that I didn't need to take. Certainly. And keep in mind, I have to take very little damage on It Lives, get hopefully an HP drop, and also, on top of everything, go down and beat Satan. Not fight Satan, beat Satan. I didn't even want to mess around with that one. That's a very rare enemy. A very bad one, too. That's just the white Claudie, I want to call him. I think I've actually seen him in this identical setup in the same spot. So yeah, he's just a Claudie, but more annoying in every way. I don't even remember. I think that's literally just, I have pills and I ate them, and I don't care. Yeah. Fuck it, who gives a shit? Uh-huh. If I lose the run, then I lose the run. It's okay. There will be lost runs, gang. These guys may fly, but in my opinion, they're much easier. Is it worth investigating elsewhere? Well, I have bombs, so I am going to go back up. Just a slew of tears, but man, that many tears just is not enough. I need more power. I was hoping for hearts or coins, so that's a good start. Last try. Balls of Steel is excellent. You know, that's a lot of coins. That's a lot of coins. Let's get a lot of soul hearts. That's a start. It's not soul heart, but it's red heart. This will blow up probably before I get down to 0 coins. Not necessarily 25, because I'll probably make more. So that's effectively, I have 26 now. 28 that are going into this. It'll probably blow up before I use 29 coins on it. 30. So I've used 10 already. No signs of slowing down yet. 31. Excellent bomb there. Bombs are very useful for it lives. Puberty again. 31 or 32 coins that I'll have invested into this. About potentially halfway here. Could be more. Don't need pretty flies or anything like that. $1 wouldn't really help me. Unless I get a devil room and it gives me money equals power. Well, I will get a devil room no matter what, but I won't get a devil deal. So, this is as strong as I get. So I just need a lot of health. Probably enough to do it, and have unicorn horn. Yeah, see, I didn't expect to let that get very far, so. There's one room in here with spikes as soon as I walk in. I believe. Yeah. Almost clipped those. Immediately deal with these guys. No messing around. Circle strafe the hell out of them. Bomb leech first. Don't care. It is nice that this bomb leech is still giving me hearts. Or not hearts, but items. Monster we don't mind at all. He elongates the fight, but he doesn't make it more difficult. You don't like him because he elongates the fight. So, the longer the fight goes, the more likely it is you take damage. After approaching a certain time, damage is all but guaranteed, despite the fact that I think it lives is pretty easy. You can also produce Larrys, obviously. But I could actually, if I wanted to, kind of use Larry to create a lot of poops. If I could stand the time for it, I could use poops and try to manipulate every poop on the ground to exist, and then have a good chance for a lot of soul hearts. I don't know why, I like to stay towards the door. Whichever side, if it's on the left or right, I tend to gravitate towards that side. Now I'm here just for convenience's sake. It doesn't hit a single thing. Yeah, that's right. I hate knights so much, I would rather use them on just the regular mobs than I would on the boss. This fight's also going to go on quite some time. So this is a fine fight because I have Scatol. So Duke of Flies is just nil. Getting a lot of boss rolls here. I think I've seen every possible boss you can gestate. Again, I always recommend you kill the ads. Does he produce them very quickly? Yes. Can he damage them himself? Yes. Can they damage me? Even more, yes. I don't want to take any more damage if I don't have to. Chubb also has a lot of HP. We all know which my favorite is. I would rather fight 2 monsters at the same time than 4 knights. Because they do that. They just bump into each other and turn on a dime. The Isaac-faced one's even more so. Why? Why? Come on! What makes them activate in the way they do? Like, you just bumped around like 9 times towards me. I did get hit once, and it's fair. Whatever. But that's... come on. I hate their AI so much. not getting a lot of good shots against it lives here. Also, I think you can only charge up a certain amount in any given room. Vis-a-vis battery. Yeah, it's a frequent occurrence that you have flight in this fight, and I'm kind of, I would say I'm babied by it, by having flight in this fight. There's an angel room, and now we can also go up to the chest, but we're going to do all the Satans. Satans for everyone. But now we can start going up to, not the chest, the cathedral, sorry. So this is make or break. Does Maggy kill Satan? No, I get Black Death. Oh my god. That's a brutal room, especially for a dead end. Look at all the rocks in this room. I'm just shooting those for my own sanity. This is really tough here, by the way. I know it might not. I might be making it look somewhat easy, but this is incredibly difficult. The white, the eternal bomb leech. What is wrong with this game? Well, I will say it cleared up a little bit of space for me. This makes this fight a lot more manageable. Yep, hate you too. You see how long this fight's taking me. I do not have the equipment to do this. Maybe I should have taken the cathedral. I'm not terribly upset if I definitely lose the run, but I would like to win, having gotten this far. It would be a little bit demoralizing having lost. But it's a tremendous possibility. Yeah, sure. Let's get that out of the way in a second. Don't really care what happens otherwise. That's so hard. At least that guy shoots slowly. You can definitely see that this is a challenging room, though. I took care of that. The monster, but he was the easy one. The trite is actually the worst enemy in here now. Because he'll still do 1 damage. I want to keep them on one side so I can isolate them. Hopper is not a high priority. I did try to wear him down there, though. That was a clutch save by an orbital there. Just in case we run into a chest. Or not a chest, but like a fortune teller or something. We can try to get him in a loop here. Missed it. No. There you go. Open up, give me the loop. This is how you deal with Monster 2 every time. Saw that Tokyo drifted towards me there. That was really annoying. I didn't know which way to go because, oh hey, that one's going there and this one's going that way. Oh, what a great room. Deal with the center first. Yeah, sure. The brimstone laser eyes just suck. Oh, I want to keep 1 bomb for Satan, but I always miss it anyway. 1 up. Nope. And I take damage. So I'm pretty sold that it's unlikely for me to beat this run. I'm really struggling here in Sheol. I have a decent amount of power for this run, but just... I need just a little bit more. Steam sale is definitely not going to push me over the edge. A slot machine would be nice to see. Okay. I did say that. I did say that. You know, it's the darkest part of me, but I have half a mind to try to get more out of that slot machine. I don't feel confident that I can kill Satan with only taking 3 hearts. I hate these guys. Half of me just wants to pull the trigger on that unicorn. Because look, by the time I get to him, he turns around. So I use that bomb poorly, is what you're telling me. Yes, I'm going to do something very stupid. And at possible risk of more of my damage. Why am I shooting tears? Why am I shooting red tears? Why is my damage up? Now I can just focus on one. I stand by that usage of unicorn. I love when he teleports to the same spot. I have your horns, you numbskull. Okay. Bomb, please. Bomb, please. Excellent. Maybe it was worth it. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it'll blow up right away. Maybe I'll accidentally blow it up. But I did get 2 chances here. I might have to use 2. Whatever. No, I don't. Just gonna stay right here and hopefully it just kind of makes me linger on it. Just give me full health. I don't need keys. I would rather bombs. Definitely don't need coins. It'll blow up on me. Yeah. No sense putzing around. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, just missed it. Yep, sure. Great. Just what I wanted to do. The music's dope, at least. This will probably be the form, the Fallen, that I want to use the unicorn horn on. But I think I'm only going to get to use one shot of the unicorn horn. Oh, man. Whoa, that blocked it? That blocked it? What? Love the speed here. Ow, I swept into it. Yeah, I know you're gonna do that. I've decided I'm going to use the unicorn horn on the last form, provided I get to it. And the last form is kind of the easiest and the hardest. The bomb flies are just so unpredictable. Satan is kind of easy to manipulate. He is relentless. Okay, I'm probably dead here. Once several too many of these come up, I gotta do it. The most important thing is killing them. I didn't know I took 2 hits. That's fine. So we, lost a Maggy run. That's fine. I'm really not too upset about it. So, Isaac, Maggy, Eve, Judas, Blue Baby, and Kane. Isaac has beaten S. Judas has beaten S. Maggy has not. So we'll do Maggy next time. That run actually took quite some time. Oh, I hate this bitch. I just got kind of unlucky in that run. Maybe not unlucky. I did alright, but the treasure rooms were not on my side. I got, what, 3 or 4 just absolute ass ones? And I'm counting GameKit as a decent one. Yeah, so let's see. We've got a large portion of the collection found. Remember, that maxes out, I believe, at 198. Still a 2-to-1 ratio. We unlocked an achievement. I don't know. I was a little quiet today, I suppose. Both volumetrically and just not producing enough quality commentary. I gotta get more used to the Bisnap style of, hey, explaining everything very carefully. Because he's so good, and then I want to not outright copy, but emulate his incisive helpfulness to some extent. I do recommend you check out Bisnap's stream, YouTube/Bisnap, I believe. And he also streams on Twitch quite a bit. But yeah, even in my off time when I'm just like sitting down relaxing, I'll actually watch his original playthrough of this game as well, just to kind of remind me of everything. Maybe that's not great. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I shouldn't admit to doing that, but I am. You know, transparency is important. At any rate, we're going to go ahead and exit out of this one. It's going to go back to that black screen. I'm sure that was at least an hour's worth of a run. Yeah, 108. Anyway, it's been a while since I mentioned anything. Thanks for tuning in. My name is John, or Gaff196. I really appreciate you coming aboard here. Really nice for the support. Be it now, which I'm not going to date the video because that's silly, or we're 10 years from the date that this is published. I appreciate it at any rate. Don't feel the need to like, comment, or subscribe. Just your view is all that really helps out. That's a metric I'd like to see go up. But anything else, is just, that's all extra. And appreciated nonetheless, but extra. So if you want to support the channel, there's no Patreon or anything. Just go ahead and do one of those things for me. Other than that, we'll catch you next time. I'm not going to do another run tonight because I'm tired and I have to be up at 6 in the morning. And it is 11 p.m. right now. So maybe another run tomorrow, but I've got to see a man about a horse tomorrow. And then after that, I am on vacation. So I won't be streaming that either. So I'm going to be taking a 7-day hiatus roughly. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon.